this information, I literally have been having such a hard time with it. This is what I mean. My prayer, like almost every day, but certainly every single week, you might think it's kind of funny or strange, but my prayer to God has literally been, please, Father, don't let me pass away. Don't let me die in a car accident. Don't let me go suddenly until I get this message out there. Please. That's been my prayer. This information is it's so important for people to understand as we're entering the new paradigm that we're already in the 70th Shabua. This information is so important that I honestly, and this is not for me, normally I don't care. I'm actually a pretty complacent guy. I really just, laissez-faire, to each their own. This is out of my normal character. I cannot sleep at night knowing that this information is not being made available. It's not being talked about. People are not aware of the significance of the Shane, the Shabua, and Kanea, all those verses that I showed you. People aren't aware of what the Shabua are actually talking about. People don't know that we only have 22 years of human history left until there's a whole new kingdom, not built with human hands, the kingdom of Yeshua HaMashiach, the Messiah, that's going to be ushered in 22 years. And this is a period of time for us to draw close to him, because the world is only going to get crazier and crazier, times are going to get harder, and this has actually been foretold and prophesied that this particular period of time that we're living in has been made to refine us. So I want to be partnering with God. I want to be partnering with him during this refining process. And that's why I literally cannot sleep at night knowing what I know now. I cannot sleep at night. So I do encourage you, share this information. That said, let's go ahead and dive in. 70th Shabua of Daniel. This is what it looks like. I have it right here, completely laid out. We have the first 7, second 7, third 7, fourth 7, fifth 7, sixth 7, and finally the 7th 7. Look at the set periods, like columns, right? I organized this into Excel. You have columns from 1996 to 2002 is the first 7. Okay, and then I have the 7th year of rest in the very bottom in like a goldish champagne color. That is how you break down every single 49-year period. This is the 70th Shabua of Daniel. This is what we're looking at here. This is what we're now going to be diving into exclusively. From this point onward, we're not going to backpedal. We're going to be talking about the 70th week because we're living in it, first of all, but there's still things that are going to happen so soon that we can get ready for. Man, we're going to know. We're going to know and understand. We're going to yara sakal. We're going to know and understand this prophecy, and we're going to be able to walk in victory and teach other people about what's going on from a biblical standpoint, not just a bunch of guessing games, not a bunch of conspiracy theory rabbit holes that aren't true, but the real deal, what the Bible actually has already told us about the 70th week. Not this. This is what I was taught. I was taught, yeah, the 70 weeks are, 7-year periods of 490 years, and it starts with Nehemiah, and oh my gosh, 69 weeks. And then look, again, just to point to you the lunacy, the craziness of this, that there's an unspecified interval, a church age with a question mark. God doesn't work like that. Okay, God doesn't work like that. There's no unspecified intervals. He makes all things known to his prophets. Daniel told us the 70 Shabua are decreed. Moses told us 120 revolutions or periods of time. Shane. We were told, undisputably, if we just knew what they were talking about, we were already told there is no unspecified interval. That is a lie, man. That is 100% fake. And so now we're in the 70th week, which, again, I was taught what would initiate the 70th week would be the rapture of the church. There would be an Israeli covenant that happens right at the beginning of the 70th week, enforced by the Antichrist. And then 3.5 years in, the temple is rebuilt. The abomination of desolation happens right in the middle, and then right when the abomination of desolation happens, for some reason, that's what kicks off the Great Tribulation, which is another 3.5-year period of time. This is total BS. 100% fake. Total crap. This is just not true. The abomination of desolation, what's funny is they said it's kind of in the middle of the week. It's actually kind of true, but I will show you when the abomination of desolation will take place, okay? And when it happens, you're gonna be like, okay, wow, he was right, okay? Because we've already, once I show you, I know I'm speaking with authority here, okay? And there's a reason for that. because there's so many lies and disinfo out there. I'm going to show you some things that we might be off by maybe a month, but I'm pretty sure we're going to nail this dead on because of what happened in 2020. So before we go into 2020 though, and the events of 2020, let's talk about Daniel 9:26 real quick. We need to recap what we already talked about because it's been a lot, right? It's been a lot. I'm sure you feel the same way. Like, this has been pretty heavy duty. Like, there's a lot of details. So after the 62 weeks, that's what it says. And then what that really means is after the year 1995, the anointed will be cut off. The anointed being the Judeo-Christian world. That includes both bloodline descendants of Abraham and followers of Yeshua, okay? New Testament Christians that want to be in covenant with him. The anointed will be cut off, and the people of a prince will come and destroy their cities and the saints. The destroy means to ruin and corrupt. This could be moral, physical, and genetic, as we learned in making the Genesis 6 connection there. The end of it shall be with a flood. Until the end of the war, which we're saying this is World War III, desolations are determined. Okay, so Daniel 9:26, we're going to keep looking at the two things here, okay? Because there is some information that I've come across that's gonna blow you away. We talked a little bit about who the Nagid might be. We're going to talk a little bit more about that. We're also going to talk about the people of the Nagid. You look up that word that word people in Hebrew. It could be a nation. It just means people. It's pretty straightforward. We're going to look at it more closely, though, okay? So remember I said that there's some suspects out there. There's some suspects. These people could be the Nagid, the prince who is to come, okay? But what just happened in the news, literally within the past week, it was actually literally the day after I published the last episode.